Hi everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a new update of the KORG Trinity in the new KORG Collection 6, and basically the most important news is that you're able now to load your PCG files. And basically the PCG format for KORG synthesizers means that you can use all the floppy disk or programs that were available in the old days for many KORG synthesizers like the Trinity, but also the Triton, the M1, and many other. At the moment, this is only being implemented in the new KORG Trinity. So let's see how it works. First of all, you need to download a bunch of PCG files, and you can find many online. So you can simply search for PCG file KORG, and you will get probably a bunch of files. And a very cool place to start is the old KORG forums, and you see here we have lots of PCG files ready to download. So you simply click on the icon, on the floppy disk icon, and you download them. There's also other stuff on this KORG forum page. You can get a bunch of PCG files, and there are some interesting stuff because we have general MIDI files, we have sounds taken from the KORG 01 WFD, we have sounds from the Prophecy, we have something from the Z1, we have something from the KORG M1, and stuff like that. So let's close this for the moment, and let's see how it works. You simply go into your patches. You have Combis here on programs. Let's stick to the programs for the moment being, and select, for example, user bank A. And then you simply click here on the upper right corner where we have these three dots for the menu, and you go to utility, and then you see here we have import PCG file to user banks. So you simply click here, and then you need to select, of course, your PCG file and specify the PCG file path. And I have downloaded that bunch of floppy disk, so I can go here to floppies and select any one of these. So for example, let's choose the KORG M1, for example. Here we go. Open. You can specify the table type for the PCM. Actually, I never changed this. I always left at the default. These are different versions of the PCG format, but you can, I think, stick to the default. Then you click on import, and you will get a warning because you're going to overwrite your user bank. So the warning tells you, are you sure to overwrite? Of course, yes. And after a few seconds, you see here we have now the old KORG M1 sounds loaded into my Trinity. And this reminds me of the old days because the KORG M1 was my first synth. So let's click here, for example. Yeah, and this was the very first preset that you have on the KORG M1, the universe. Unfortunately, this bank for the Trinity only has the first 20 or so patches, but we can go and try some other. So again, let's click here on the menu to utility, import PCG to user bank. Let's choose another one. Yeah, this one, for example, is called Access. It has nothing to do with the Access virus or something like that. It's simply a good bunch of very good programs. Open, and again import. Again, you get this warning, so we overwrite it, and you see here that after a very few seconds we have now different patches. So let's try some of this. Yeah, and that's basically it. And another cool option is that you're now able to back up or restore your user bank. So for example, we have loaded now some PCG, some old floppy disk, and we want to back it up. So we simply go here again to the utility, and you click on backup user banks. You simply need to select your directory or the folder where you want to specify your backups. So let's say I want to go into here, into my backup folder. And here we have the name, which is actually the date at the moment. Let's call this my backups. And simply click backup. Yeah, and again, after a few seconds, all the files will be backed up and you will find them easily in a new folder, and you can of course restore them. So let's see how they behave on your computer. So if I now go back to my floppy disk and backup folder, you see here we have a backup, we have a my backup, and we have Combis and programs. So all the Combis and the programs for all user banks have been stored here. So we have user A, B, C, and D for all the programs, of course. And then we have again also the combinations. And if you want to restore, you simply click here to utility and you click on restore user banks, of course. And you do the opposite. So you select your backup directory, for example, this one. I select my backup folder and click open, and then simply restore. And again, we have a warning, confirm, you need to confirm the overwrite, and then you click overwrite and everything is restored back to the unit. So let me know what you think. I think it's a very cool addition, and this will open the doors to many new presets because there are quite a few old floppies lying around on the net, just ready to be downloaded. And happy Trinity, you simply need to update to the new version that just came out today. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell in order to stay informed. And goodbye for today, and see you in a future video. Bye bye.